Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Summer's coming, and Lee's ready with styles that look just perfect. The iconic jeans you love in new washes and lightweight feels. Tops and tees perfect for bringing some edge or letting the sun shine in. Hemline cuts to show some skin or go long and loose. And workwear-inspired essentials. All cut to perfectly fit you, your style, and everything summer throws your way. Visit Lee.com/summer to find your perfect fit. That's LEE.com/summer to shop what's hot now.
We off?
30 seconds of carefree bliss.
Oof, like wind in your hair carefree.
Oh, like using Clorox Disinfecting All-Purpose Cleaner in the home carefree.
Yes.
Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox carefree.
He's on a roll now.
Spit toothpaste on the faucet.
You got it. You got it.
Peanut butter on the light switch.
Oh, spritz.
Spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good.
Okay, we're back.
Use as directed.
Missing out on family time because of all the noise? Enjoy the moment without straining to keep up with the conversation.
Wow, what a beautiful sunset.
Discover Nuance Audio, the new invisible hearing solution that's built into your glasses. Discreet, comfortable, and easy to use. Nuance Audio glasses help you hear better and reduce background noise, so you can get back to enjoying time with your loved ones. Find a store near you at nuanceaudio.com.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Drink it in, man. Loyal, diehard, Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? Let me fill up your glass real quick. Drink it in, man. Side of cornbread.
Cornbread.
Make it a double.
Cornbread.
You guys know what it is. Your host, Derek O'Creer, right here. You probably listen to this on a Friday, a Memorial Weekend Friday. And this is another one of those Kool-Aid packets. Shorter show. Fun show. And today, I'm talking about one of my favorites. Fantasy football and those lines. I thought I'd combo both of these up, have a little bit of fun. We'll see how long this thing goes, but I have a few main topics, and I want to get you excited about fantasy football and excited about Lions fantasy football players. So let's do this. We can't mess around. The reason fantasy football is so awesome is because if you're listening to this, you love football, and you love the Lions. You're knowledgeable about football. You enjoy it, both watching and pretending that you know everything that everybody else doesn't know. So fantasy football is the place to prove it. You get to draft. You get to acquire players you think are going to be good. You get to set your lineup. You get to kind of show, hey, I can put a very good team together. And I don't care if it's in fantasy land, if it's in real life, if it's serious league, if it's a throw-in work league, it matters. Every draft is fun. There's always strategy, and you always want to win. So there's so many reasons why it's great. But like I said, I'm just here to tell you, if you love football and you know football, you need to love, enjoy, and make time for fantasy football. But Gray, I've got a family, I work, I've got stuff to do. Don't give me any. I don't want to hear any of that, because we all have a cell phone. We're all on it all day long. You got tons of breaks in your day, regardless of what you're doing. But, Gray, I'm traveling. I'm important. I'm better than you. No, you're not. You're really not. And you have time all day, every day to make a quick draft pick, accept or decline a quick trade, throw something in the old message board, hit up. It's not hard. It's really not. I mean, the hardest thing I have with fantasy football, running like a million different leagues as commish, is dealing with all the crazy people out there that all value players differently, don't want to pay on time, are just always doing crazy things. But then I want to focus on the good part. There's so many awesome people that I've met through fantasy football leagues. Doing this pod, people hit me up. Hey, I heard you mention fantasy football leagues. Can I get in? Can we do this? Can we do that? And that's just like life, You can pretty much tell right away who the good people are that are going to pay on time, know football, be respectful, do all the right things. And then pretty quickly who's going to be a headache, what kind of problems you're going to run into. And it's not that you can't get around those. It's just sort of like, just like life. It's better when you have great friends and great family members and tremendous kids and stuff rather than ones that drive you absolutely nuts. So I go through all that, but I would say much more so than not, it's good. It's much more good than bad. So I just encourage everybody, you guys know I'm having a little bit of fun here with the voice and with the excuses that I hear, but I just want to encourage everybody out there, regardless of how old you are, male, female, whatever, it's very fun to be in one, if not multiple fantasy leagues throughout the football season. Here in May, June, July, you get a draft or two, you kind of set up your team. Some of you guys like to do your draft like a day or two before the season. I mean, I always think that's kind of lame, but people are like, they want to have all the details, whatever it is. So it's like, I think it just fills the void of the dead time of the season. And by the time camp runs around, you got a team or 2 or 10 or 20 in your back pocket. And you're like, man, I cannot wait for real ball to start. Or, oh, hey, I'm going to at least keep an eye on my guys during preseason. So it's got so many good things going for it that I just want to encourage you. Don't come up with every excuse why you can't. Nobody's telling you got to make it your life. I'm not saying it should trump your kid's soccer game or, instead of going to the big board meeting and closing the deal, you need to be sitting on there trading a 4th round pick for some nobody backup tight end. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying cut out some of the main excuses and say, I love football. I love drafts. I enjoy building a team. I love sports. So fantasy sports is probably as close as many, if not all of us, will get to being Brad, always open for business homes, and making some...
My favorite thing about Shipt since I signed up for Target Circle 360? No price markups when I order same-day delivery from tons of local stores. Only a handful of alcohol retailers and items don't count. I won't lie, I've had too much fun being like, markups on groceries? Not in my fridge. Markups on pet food? Not for my DOG. Markups on tools, electronics, home goods, meds? Not in my house. Anyway, it's awesome. Order now at shipt.com/360. Terms apply.
It's time to rewrite the vacation rules. With Royal Caribbean, your family can look forward to just about anything. Break the thrill barrier, roaring down the tallest water slide in North America. Jump into breathtaking jungles and jaw-dropping coves. Vibe off the charts on our private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And end the day knowing things are just getting started. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Custom window treatments are a small upgrade that have a big impact. No better time to shop than now at Blinds.com's Memorial Day Mega Sale. Blinds.com invented a better way to shop for window treatments, completely online with upfront pricing, no showroom markups, no salespeople in your home. Choose from classic shutters to outdoor shades and more, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com's Memorial Day Mega Sale now. Save up to 50% site-wide, plus a free measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Trades, putting some teams together, competing against other people, trying to win. and see if you can do it at the highest level and win a championship, whether that's a trophy, maybe some extra potato chips in your pocket, maybe that's bragging rights. I mean, there's so many reasons why to do it, and it doesn't take much of your time. You hear us on the RSO ad all day long say, the minute you say, reality sports online, it's contracts, it's 32 teams, we did 50, oh, nope, I'm out, too much, can't even, you can. It's not that hard. It doesn't take very much time. More time than a normal league. Isn't that what I say every week on that ad? Anyway, I'm trying to be encouraging. I'm trying to say every year, despite the few headaches I have, fantasy football is such a fun thing. If I could literally just do it 24/7 as my job, I would. I know there's so many people out there that just make livings on fantasy football and podcasting about fantasy and drafting and telling people about. I heard one guy the other day, he does like consultations for people, private consultations to help them with their team, their drafts, help them win their league. It's like, gosh, I would do that any day of the week and just have a blast, especially if I'm getting a little dinero too. Ooh-wee! That sounds tremendous, but enough about that. You guys know I love it. You should love it. If you're that excuse person, even though you're like, man, I love football. Man, that does sound fun. Try to do a few, and if you hate it, don't do it ever again. If you really enjoy it, continue doing it. Maybe do more of it. Actually be like, have fun with it instead of trying to say why you can't. Now to the Lions players. The Detroit Lions are absolutely loaded up when it comes to fantasy football. I mean, you could just go all around this offense. And the most fun that I have, because I am a fantasy degenerate, the Detroit Lions also have other players I like on defense. Because, yes, I do the big RSO, Reality Sports Online, Dynasty, offense, defense, all of. So, yes, drafting defenders is very fun. I do PFF All 22 fantasy football where you get points for offensive linemen. And, yes, I highly drafted Penei Sewell, and he's been an absolute monster. The top player on the top 25 players under 25 years old. But let's stick to the offense first, because that's what you guys care about. You're mostly in the Yahoo, the ESPN, the basic leagues. 10-teamers. You got a few wide receivers, couple running backs. Those are the main spots. So let's start with the absolute man, the focus, the guy that you have to have, the guy that is special in so many ways. And if you listen to this show, you know that he's a multi-dimensional, positionless. Wait for it. Insert ad here. All right, everybody. This goes out to my fantasy football fans out there. Now, you probably heard about Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners can build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, we're talking free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades. You can put franchise tags on guys. It's as close as you're going to get to being an NFL GM. But do you think it sounds complicated? It's not. I'm here to tell you it's the best thing about Reality Sports Online is it's just more fun than your normal fantasy league, but it doesn't take barely any more time. After all this, are you still not sure? I mean, come on now. You can test your general manager skills by going over to Reality Sports Online, call it RSO. Please go check out realitysportsonline.com right now. Wait for it some more. Elite weapon. Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is barely scratching the surface of what he's going to be as an NFL pro. He's basically already fitted for a gold jacket, just how he plays the game, the stats he put up. Led the league in touchdowns. Half the time I'm yelling at my TV because I don't see Jahmyr Gibbs until like the third drive of the game or early second quarter, late first quarter. Like, it drives me nuts, even though I love Demo. Faux show. He's normally going for a few scos, you know? But Jahmyr Gibbs needs to be not only the focus, like, work him in the pass game. He should catch a ton of passes. He finds the end zone like crazy. The caveat I will give, which I hate saying this about every player, but he's been relatively healthy the first couple years. It's a tough position to stay healthy. The Lions have kept him healthy on how they use him. If they use him more, can he continue to stay on the football field and be dynamic, make plays? I think he can. He runs physical. He's got speed. He's finesse. He's swaggy. Like, he's got everything you look for. So to me, Jahmyr Gibbs is like a top 5 to 8 fantasy draft pick this year. And if the Lions use him to his full potential, like, look out. He's an absolute league winner. You know, Demo to me is a guy that a lot of people are starting to write off. Like, oh, you know, he's good, but, you know, it's Jahmyr Gibbs now. Like, he's no way he's going to still run for 100 yards and score as many touchdowns he has the last couple. Like, I think they paid Demo, David Montgomery, for a reason. I think he's thick, he's physical, he's shifty the way he runs. He's just an absolute DAWG, so he's a guy that I'm looking to pick up as like that RB2-3, you know, that first backup off the bench type of player who you can easily play both any week you want, bye weeks, whatever it is. So I love Demo again, faux show. He's that dude. You go. Let's go to tight end. Sammy Biscuits for all the Laporta supporters out there. Like, Sam Laporta balled out his rookie year. The next year in fantasy was like, oh, Sam Laporta, TE1. I was like, hey, people. You guys know who the people are, right?
And the people consist of the millions.
I told the millions and millions, I was like, don't go overspend on Sam Laporta. If he falls to you at a nice spot, great player, great dude, go ahead and get him. But do not take him as TE1. The numbers will be down. Dude had a great year last year, but I don't have it in front of me. But what was he? Probably like tight end 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know. Somewhere in that range. Just felt like the kind of season he had. Good, not great, and not one that was going to win you leagues, but still very productive and good what he was doing, especially when they get him the football. I see a little bit of a bounce back, you know, just kind of like using him a little bit more. I do think John Morton, the OC, is going to focus more on the wide receivers, but gosh, the way our running backs score, and if he focuses on wides, like, how you going to get to the tight ends? Like, I don't know what the Lions just do, man. They find these guys in the red zone. They get a lot of catches, a lot of yak from Sammy Biscuit. So, you know, if I had to place him, you know, he's probably in that top 5 tight ends for me when it comes to fantasy football. Still a guy that, like, I want to have. I'm willing to go get this year as a little bit of a bounce back, going to put up some good numbers type of player, but also a guy usually not chasing. You know, like, I got to have him, got to have Sam Laporta. Like, that's usually not for me, but I'm also not a guy that puts a ton of value on tight ends. I don't go have to find tight ends or have to have the elite guys.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. know this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
So, you just started using LinkedIn Premium. Now what? Well, on your premium company page, you noticed around 7.5 times more page engagement and 5 times more page views. Well done. And now, new clients are messaging you. All because you're using LinkedIn Premium, which helps you get the business growth you want. Think big, small business. Think big. Start your free trial at linkedin.com/premium small business. That's linkedin.com/premium small business.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules. And no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Llegaron los nuevos McCrispy Strips, listos para aventurarse en la mezcla de mayo ketchup, la barbecue que quedó en el fondo de la cajita, Hot Fudge Sundae y en la nueva Creamy Chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, ahora en McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
If you have the elite, like, that is a way to win leagues, though, to be honest. Like, that is a position you can get competitive advantage if you have a pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, weekly productive tight end from a receiving standpoint. Like, that really can help put your team over the top. But when do you get them? Where do you get them? That makes all the difference. As we move to the outside, we've got Amon-Ra, ARSB. I mean, you want to talk about another guy that's been relatively healthy and ultra productive his first few years. I mean, this guy has continued to ascend. Like, when is he gonna have any type of dip? I don't know. I really don't see it because he does everything right. He's absolutely incredible when it comes to production, catching the football, finding a good amount of touchdowns every year, great celebrations, like swag, all the things you look for in a fun fantasy football player. I just feel like, again, there's this rumor innuendo going around that J-Mo could be that dude. J-Mo could take a big step up, both production, usage, touchdowns, yards. I literally could see that. And I think Saint's the type of player where he'd be like, man, I've been balling. I got paid. Like, I can still go out and have a great year, 100 catches, 7 to 10 touchdowns, a bunch of yards, but not be that guy that is the focal point or is that. It's not saying he's not the top dude. I just think he'd be willing to sort of take a side seat at times for hashtag JMO Fast when he gets those wheels going and just starts putting up numbers. I mean, I feel like this could be a big-time year and a big-time promotion, basically, for Jameson Williams to be like, dude, I know you've been a gadget player. You've had limited usage. We really want to see what you can do before we pay you big time, before we decide if we're going to keep you as a focal piece or if you're going to move on or maybe even be trade bait. Maybe they show him out this year so his value goes sky high, knowing they just need to move him because of salary cap reasons so they can keep my boy Brian Branch, as well as Biscuits, as well as some of their defenders and things, Hutch, that are going to take care of. I mean, he says he's back cleared. Unleash him.
Unleash Hutch.
So you got those two receivers, and then if you're in crazy dynasties, I mean, yes, you can get a little bit of value from Tim Patrick. Yes, I've dabbled in Isaac Tesla in some very deep leagues. I'm curious what he will do. The Lions have some other good depth players, but those are the main offensive guys. When you're looking at defense, if you play in these IDP, individual defensive player leagues, Hutch, Jack Campbell, Kerbo, Brian Branch, BB, maybe even a Terrion Arnold. Those are some of your top guys, no doubt about it. some of the guys on the interior and whatnot are good football players, not so much on the fantasy football side. But I expect the Lions to light up the scoreboard. I think Biscuits even was interviewed recently, and he was like, we're the top scoring team in the league. Like, I continue to get better at my craft. Like, I expect to be better. We expect to be better. And we're already basically the best at scoring points and being fun to watch. So why would that go completely the other direction? Even if they have a dip, they're still going to be incredible. So invest in Lions when it comes to fantasy football. My one other note is that years ago I implemented this, and it actually has worked out better for me. Before, I used to love to reach for Lions players, and I want to have a couple Lions on my team. And even then, I get them at the good value, so that I justify, okay, I got them at a good price, And it never really worked out that well for me. Obviously, they weren't that good back then, but one thing you can do with the Lions is if you don't draft them, but you still have an incredible fantasy team, and then the Lions players that you would have taken or that you're looking at for fantasy still ball, you're still happy because it's your squad. If you have Lions players on your fantasy team and they unfortunately either get injured or have a down year, now you're double pissed because they ruined your fantasy year. You lost, you finished in last place, you missed the playoffs, whatever it may be, and your team didn't get what they wanted out of them either. So that's a double hit. So I've actually done a better job of staying away in certain leagues from Lions players. And then when they have 100 catches, 10 touchdowns, a ball, I'm still just as happy because whoever I took in that slot is probably doing pretty good too. So I get the double dip rather than the double disappointment. So that's something to consider as well. Let's see. I'm going to finish out this packet. I knew this was going to go a little bit longer because I love talking fantasy ball, but you guys want to know what type of leagues I'm in. So I got one league, ESPN. It's only an 8-teamer. I created it back in like 2005, I think it was. That thing is still rolling. It's still fun. Plenty of different people have come and gone. Some of the diehards, I think probably 3 or 4 of us are still there from day one. It's very competitive, easy to manage. We've got unique rules in the offseason. We do a little rookie draft, a little free agent auction, which is 2 rounds, very simple to manage but very fun. All the teams are stacked because it's kind of a redraft with a couple keeper rules. So you know.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's Best Warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by PetSmart. Stop by for Yappy Hour with your pet at PetSmart. Save $5 on walk-in grooming services like nail trims, ear cleaning, brushing, and more. No appointment needed every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. And while you're there, Yappy Hour includes exclusive in-store deals, like 25% off pet toys. Visit services.petsmart.com/grooming to learn more.
There's plenty of players out there, 8 teams, like I said, so everybody's loaded. So every week, you get to score a ton of points. Every game comes down to like a point or two, or very fun where anybody can beat anybody. I love that league, and that league's really fun. That's basically like the only ESPN Yahoo basic league that I do anymore. The other main leagues that I do is shout out to Reality Sports Online. I started with them from day one. They came out in 2013. I got a few buddies together. I said, I heard about this thing called Reality Sports Online. We should check it out. It's contract leagues. You pay guys. You have an NFL salary cap. Let's check it out. And we were hooked from day one, but also like looking back at those, if you looked back at those, oh my gosh, the contracts are bad. The rosters were all janked up. So since then, we've been able to dial in player value, and that went from like an 8 or 10 team start to try it to now I do 2 leagues that are 32 teams. One is 53 players per team. The other 32 teamer is 40 players per team. So many trades, so much fun, very easy to manage. I actually don't spend that much time on it, but it's so much more fun than any of my other leagues because of the activity, the way you can trade a contract for a pick, or you can get a pick for a big-time player. The slow rookie drafts are incredible. You're in like round 4 digging for like a CB2 to play corner for you. It's just incredible. So those are really fun. I also have an 8-team RSO called VGM, Virtual General Manager, with a good set of dudes, and that one I've had a lot of success in. I think I've won it 4 or 5 times, but it's very fun, very competitive, easy to manage again. Every time I get new members in it, they're just like, man, this is great. I'm never gonna not do these. And a lot of people have dabbled in one of these, and then they like, that, yeah, I do a lot of leagues, but I don't. Once you pay and once you know the rules, like, we kind of just let it roll. I don't get in the mix of all this chatter that people do. I'm not trying to overmanage it. I'm just trying to have guys that love football, or people that love football. Got some great ladies in some of these leagues too that are awesome. And just don't create any drama. Compete your butt off, try to win, put in a lineup, stay on top of your stuff. That's really all I ask. So those are my 3 main Reality Sports Online leagues that I do now. We created the Detroit Koolaid Fantasy League a few years ago. Drink it in, everybody.
Drink it in, man.
That's a 20-team sleeper league. 20 teams, 20 players per team. That draft starts on June 1st. We do a slow draft. Again, it kind of gets us through the dead spot of June. Very fun, very hard to kind of create a roster. I think it's like 3 wides, 2 running backs, a flex, quarterback. Defenders and kickers are hard to get in a 20-teamer, so you really got to be strategic with how you draft. So that's super fun. I was fortunate. I don't think I got an invite this year, which is bumming me out yet, because I finally got in Scott Fishbowl last year after years of trying to ask or figure out how you get in. I did incredible. I made it to like the second to the last round, had a hell of a team, great time, great dudes in my league. But I have no idea how you get in. I mean, I didn't do a bunch of donations and all the merch and stuff last year, but it was my first year in, so I'm really hoping I get that re-invite. I don't know why I wouldn't. I did well. I had great time with my guys in the league. I was very respectful, so I'm really hoping that comes through. That was really fun. Pro Football Focus, you guys know I do some video work and some analytics still for them on the side, which is awesome. I do the PFF Fantasy League every year. Very fun, great football guys in there. Football people, again, that know their stuff. I struggled in that one. I've had some good teams, and usually it's like injuries and stuff that bite me, or just a bad pick here or there that kills my team. So I'm really hoping to do a little bit better this year, make a nice playoff run. I think I've either squeaked in or just missed the playoffs on a good amount of years, but it just doesn't feel like I'm able to come up with the right mix for that draft. And what else?
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar. Zero patience for slow walkers. Those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night. Have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
This episode is brought to you by GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco. Get the most out of your vehicle with GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco original equipment. The only parts designed, engineered, tested, and backed by General Motors. You can find your perfect fit for most makes and models and choose from 3 tiers of parts, including GM OE or gold and silver aftermarket parts. Visit gmparts.com for more information.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
So I got, there's a few other side leagues and stuff like that, but for the most part, those are my main ones. And then Pro Football Focus, PFF All 22 Fantasy Football. This is a concept with my guy Ray Cotto and a couple of his friends. They created it from scratch. It's basically fantasy football, but you create your own 53-person team, offensive linemen included, and then you get points based on their PFF score times their positional value. So quarterbacks, they'll take their PFF grade of he was a 86.2. And then a quarterback's percentage of their value on your whole team is like 9% or 11% or somewhere in that range. And so you get their grade times that gives you your points. And then every week it's like, total up all your team's points, and it's like if your guy gets hurt, you have backups and you have depth charts that you put together every week of just saying like, I want these guys to start in this order, and you even do like a formation on offense and defense, and they manipulate it. It's very easy. That's actually one of my most easy ones. You just basically draft a great team, set it, and if your guy's not producing from a PFF standpoint, or you just really have to have a good team based on like left tackle, quarterback, defensive end, corner, wide receiver, those are the main spots that get the most value. So you want to focus on those and have great players. If you don't, you got to dig on the free agent pool and pick up some new guys and move on with the depth chart if you got somebody doing well. But that's just a great concept. And the best thing for Ray and his crew, gosh, the PFF All 22 website is awesome. It looks so slick and sharp. It's awesome. They did an app recently, which I've used a bit. It really works well. So shout out or note to the Reality Sports Online folks. Hey, if you can take your concept and your thing and mold it with PFF All-22's graphical, creative, awesome looking stuff, you'd have absolutely incredible product. So those are my main leagues. Very, very fun. To end this show, I just wanted to say, drafts are just the best. It doesn't matter if it's a quick one you do in your office or, ones with your friends, or I like these slow drafts where, like I say, everybody's busy, everybody has stuff going on, lots of people are traveling, lots of people have kids and other commitments. But when you do a slow draft, if I give you 4, 8, heaven forbid 12 or 24 hours to make a single draft pick, you should be able to do that with no problem. You can make a draft pick while on a stop at the restroom. You can just pull up your phone and click, done. But those are the most fun because it gives you that little bit of flexibility to sort of look it over, figure out what you want to do. Some of these leagues that are deeper, you can make a bunch of trades and whatnot if that's your gimmick. But giving people a little bit of time, a little bit of flex is good. Yes, it sucks when someone just sits on the clock for hours and hours, or they tell you how busy and important they are because they're much superior to every other person that's in the league. I always tell people, no one's more important than anybody else. We're all busy. Do the best you can to not only make a pick, but not wait till you get on the clock and say, hey, I'm going to wait 4 hours in case anybody wants to trade. Nobody wants to trade, or they will in the first hour, and then just put your pick in. Those should be some of the standard rules. But drafts are fun. Enjoy them. Get in a few. If I'm totally wrong and you get in a few drafts and you absolutely hate them, please hit me up on the Twitterverse and tell me why, or tell me how wrong I was. I don't think you will, because they're always a good time. And yeah, shout out to everybody who's been hitting me up, because we have such a great draft community now, and fantasy football folks that I know. Usually if I got a few spots, I just throw it out to the groups and they're like, hey, Okri, sign me up, or tell me more, or put me in, let me look around. Oh, yep, I'm in. That's an incredible league. That'll be real fun. And they're always great. We get a few knuckleheads here or there, but normally just the people have been awesome to jump in my leagues. I appreciate that from everybody. I feel like
it's the Smucker's Uncrustables podcast with your host, Uncrustables. Okay, today's guest is rough around the edges. Please welcome Crust.
Thanks for having me.
Today's topic, he's round with soft, pillowy bread.
Hey.
Filled with delicious PB&J.
Are you talking about yourself?
And you can take him anywhere.
Why'd you invite?
And we are out of time.
Are you really cutting me off?
Uncrustables are the best part of the sandwich. Sorry, Crust.
Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Demonic threat level increasing. Hold the line!
All the power of hell cowering before one man.
id Software presents Doom, The Dark Ages. Available now on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Rated M for mature.
5 immersive worlds, 1 amazing theme park. Get ready to explore the all-new Universal Epic Universe, featuring the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and Dark Universe. Epic Universe, now open at Universal Orlando Resort. Our universe will never be the same. Tickets and packages on sale now at universalorlando.com.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all, take Zysol at night.
The lines that I picked this year so far have been some of those depth players, but I'm looking forward to some of those big leagues. I do have Jahmyr Gibbs as a keeper in one of my big leagues, and if I can get my hands on a St. Brown or a J-Mo, I might be able to do that as well. One other quick thing, speaking of drafts, as I end this Kool-Aid packet, I've been trying to put out the live, unfiltered, full audio of me and Choppy Chop at Chops in the D on Twitter on the X machine. We literally hit record, 30 minutes before the NFL draft, round 1, 2, and 3, and just talked the whole time. And had takes, told jokes, argued, talked about the Lions picks. It's all live, great audio. I've just been debating if I want to just put it out unfiltered or if I want to cut it up into different shorter shows, if I want to just throw all 4, 6, 8, 10 hours up on a couple bonus shows. I don't know. So part of me was going to put that up today, but I was like, no, I still want to season it or figure out what I want to do. But I know some of you diehard draft sickos out there would love to just hear us talking through the picks. Who should we take? What's on the board for the Lions? And the best part about it, it's real time. This isn't after the fact. This isn't, I would have taken so-and-so. You can hear exactly what we're thinking, exactly what we're doing. And what was it? Our first round picks, I took Will Johnson. Chops took Mike Green. In the second round, I was able to, oh wait. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look back at the sheet. I can't remember all the picks off the top of my head, but that's bait. You'll hear it all in real time when those do come out. So part of my goal is to get those out in the next couple weeks, whatever it may be, so you guys can enjoy those unfiltered, just genuine draft audio on the day of when it actually happened. And in the future, hopefully, we're toying around with a few different tech tools and things that we're using. So we may go live in future years. We may put it up the next day. This year's just been kind of crazy, so I held it back for a little bit. May go bonus show route, may go shorters, may just put them up in bulk. It may just show up on your feed one of these days. I'm not sure. But everybody, like I said, you're probably hearing us on a Friday. You've heard me say it a bunch, and I probably don't say it enough, but I always try to thank the people and all the loyal supporters of this show. I also want to always keep saying how thankful, how grateful, how blessed, how awesome life and just appreciative I am of everything across the board, from friends to family to, work life to just everything is just, I'm so thankful and grateful. And this is so fun to hit record and just talk sports and play the gimmicks and laugh and just talk about the things that I enjoy when I have time. So I'm so thankful for this platform to do so with nobody telling me or anybody what they got to say, how they got to say it, what we got to talk about, what we got to put out, what we don't. It's a very free form, fun thing that we get to do. The only trouble is fitting it in with all the other stuff that comes along with life, but it's awesome. So I just want to encourage everybody to tell the people you love them. Be grateful, be thankful for whatever you have. The things you don't have, work hard to obtain, but also know that it's not just up to you. God has a plan, and also things come, not only at the right time, but look for the good people in your life and just, really pour into them, focus on them. That really makes a big difference. So everybody, that's what I got. I want you to enjoy and be safe on your Memorial Day holiday. Hopefully you get out early on a Friday. You got Saturday, Sunday. You got Monday free. Some of you taking an extra Tuesday or whatever to get that extra long. I hope everybody totally enjoys it. I want you to be safe. Do the barbecue grill, the lake, the wherever you are and whatever you want to do it up big. Have a good time. And yeah, we'll catch you next time with a Monday Kool-Aid packet. And then I think we're back Wednesday for the Detroit Koolaid Cast flagship show with Logan Lamorandier from Detroit Lions on SI, Sports Illustrated. So always incredible when we can get Logan on and talk ball and fire questions at him. So everybody, a 30 to 35 minute Kool-Aid packet on a holiday Friday for you, talking fantasy football and those Lions. Everybody, take care. You're the best. I'm out.
Cornbread! Cornbread!